Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Billy with Food Service Pro. Got a great one today. We're going to talk the great, beautiful, wonderful world of dishwashing, and I'll tell you why I got this question asked. What do you look for with a machine? And what does it even mean? Okay, there's multiple different things. You can go from anywhere from a basic 3-bay sink with your wash, rinse, and sanitize, all the way up to a $200,000 conveyor belt system that's just pumping hundreds of dishes at a time through. And so we'll talk about that. One of the things, one of the most important parts that most people do not put into the equation is the dishwashing. They know the fryers, they know the hoods, they know the grills, they know the prep tables, all the other stuff that goes into a restaurant or a facility of food service, and one of the last things they think about is the dish machine. And then they put it all together, and then they do the little diagram or build out even, and now they're like sticker shock when a $60,000 quote comes their way, and they're like, it's crazy how expensive these things are. The parts to fix them are expensive. All the chemicals that go with them are expensive. And so you've got to really do your research, really understand your volume, really understand your health department. Can you get away with just a drip dry system, or do you have to have hot water? And the more expensive you get, the more likely they are to break, and the more likely it's going to be an expense on your books for a long, long time. They have everything, especially the bigger ones. A typical $60,000 is going to have a conveyor system that with those racks that can break, going to have hot water lines that are supposed to be hot water resistant. Those are going to start separating on the inside, and then that rubber gaskets are going to start running through your hoses and down into your tubes and into your booster motor and all the other stuff that goes on there. And if you buy a used machine, because you got a great deal, a lot of times those parts are even impossible to get. So now you're starting to makeshift stuff just to get by, and then you're replacing boosters, and it never ends. And the chemicals continue to just go up and up and up. So if you can get a facility and get away with a cold dry system with just typical wash, rinse, and sanitize, that might be the best way to start, and you can always upgrade. But if you've got big volume and you're always going to be doing dishes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it's going to be cranking, then you're going to have to spend the money. And I'll tell you, the number one thing that people, they don't really realize until after the fact is leasing machines is 1000% the way to go. And I would contact every single supplier that you buy from and just say, what type of leasing program do you offer? Get those quotes. A lot of them are, you have to have it for 5 years, which you're typically, if you're signing some kind of a lease, you're usually signing a 5-year lease anyway. And then they're going to say, well, you have to also buy my chemicals. And I would say all day, every day, that is the way to go, because in a lease, they typically will maintain all of the maintenance on it. Something breaks, they fix it. Motor goes down, they fix it. Booster goes down, fix it. Hot water tank goes down, they fix it. And then if there's a new chemical compound that comes out that fits that machine, it might be a little less expensive. That's something you could talk to them about. But leasing over buying all day, every day, and unless it's just buying a 3-bay sink, I would take the time, spend the effort, talk to everybody that's in the area that delivers, and talk to them about that. The one thing, number one, is get with your health department, make sure you're doing the right thing so you don't make a mistake right off the bat and get something you just can't use, or you're going to have to upgrade. Number two, talk to everybody about that leasing program. Lease over buying all day, every day. And if you have to buy, I would buy new, because if you're going to buy the used, parts and pieces are going to be tough, and you're going to spend the money anyway. So at least get something new that's got a warranty, get you halfway through your first 5-year lease, and then you can just go from there, and all that. So I hope that helps. I've ran into this many times, and leasing over buying all day. God bless. See you soon.